So you're gonna camp at Kartchner Caverns State Park. Great place, but you gotta be careful of what site you pick. Like site 23 there, you're gonna have to raise your rig to get a level site. A lot of these sites are uneven. You wanna know before you book if your site's flat and it's gonna fit your rig. So let's go take a look at this campground. There's two loops, the upper and the lower loop. The upper loop is closed during the summer. Lower loop's open year round. They have cabins as well, as you can see here. But let's go check out this campground, share with you what each site looks like. Is the site level and are you gonna be okay? If you're coming to Kartchner Caverns, what are the best sites in the place? I think these actually might be some of the best sites. They back up against the mountains, a ton of privacy. And what sites don't you want? That could be sloped. This one's not too bad, but some of them can be very sloped, could be challenging. Let's go check it out. In this video, I'll also share with you what my favorite sites are with some thumbs up. Some sites that back up against the mountains that are level. Ideal sites if you're gonna come here and camp. Kartchner Caverns Upper Loop. What do the sites look like? I always struggle. Some of these sites aren't as long, but if you get in these first few sites, like site 1, a lot of them are camp host sites, but they are pull through. So like the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, they'll be back on the outer perimeter, which is what you want, next to the mountains and the desert. Whetstones up there are awesome. Great place to hike. Here's site 2. Site 3, like you see, you can get some big units in here. I always struggle to know which ones will fit my rig when I'm trying to book online. AZ State Parks. But you can see all these sites up here. They're all nice pull-throughs, 4, 5, and same thing, nice big long pull-throughs. You're not gonna have an issue. Your site sits. The next two sites are host sites. Eight is a host site. Here's site 7. I guess it's on the internal part of the loop, and 8 is a handicap site. Has a concrete pad for and we have site 10 here too, also host site. 7 and 8 are on the inner loop. One appears to be handicap. They're pretty big sites. As you can see, there are bathrooms as well. Beautiful bathrooms, actually. They are heated inside, so when it's chilly, you don't have to worry about it. Showers, hot water, pretty nice. Very clean, so very nice bathroom. Just give you an idea what the bathrooms look like. Site 11, maybe one of my favorite sites. Why? You're looking at it, the mountains it backs to. A little bit sloped, not bad though. I would definitely take it. It's fairly deep. There's site 11. Site 12 is a little bit shorter. The only negative is that you're kind of close to one another. But you could pick up site 13 over here, much more deeper, not as sloped as site 11 and 12, and that would be great too. They all got fire pits, not always used. Site 13, very deep, very long. I would not recommend 15 or 14. They're short near the bathrooms. on the inside loop. Site 16 here. Really nice, long. It's got a big tent pad in the back there. They all kind of have tent pads, but back into the mountains. Fairly level. 17, same deal. On the outside of the loop, that's what you want. It's next to the trail, Foothills Loop Trail. Fairly deep. Pretty nice. Site 18, kind of sloping in the beginning, but then it levels out. I wouldn't pick this site, to be honest. Site 19, flat, not as deep. Site 21, very short and sloping to the front. You have to use a lot of blocks if you got a trailer to level that thing. 21, sloping to the rear, but it's deep, not bad. 22 is okay too, slopes in the beginning. 23, I think one of the worst sites in the place. Pretty good slope there. It's not the worst, but it is one of the worst. Pretty good slope, short. If you want a really long site that backs to the trailer or to the desert, 24. Look how deep that site is. And you got kind of space between your neighbors. Very isolated. Let's look at 25. Pretty good slope on the inner circle. It's like you don't want. I would not pick that site. 26, same deal. Oh, it does level out in the kind of the rear. I wouldn't pick that site though if you didn't have to. You could probably get away with it if you had a trailer. 27, again, sloped in the front. Fairly deep, not too bad, but you still got to deal with that slope. You should be picking sites over here that are flat. 28, flat, backs to the desert, deep. 29, same deal. Maybe slopes a little bit to the rear. Tent pad is right behind you into the desert. 30, got the same deal again. You're sloping. It's fairly deep though. 31, a little bit of a slope to the front again. So you can see you want to stay on the outside circle, not the inside circle. Here's 32, very deep. Plenty of space between you and your neighbor on the sides. Flat. Very, very nice. And now we're down to 33. It's actually flat on the inner slope, but you're next to the cabins you can rent here. There's actually 4 of them. And then we got 34. It's actually sloping to the front. I wouldn't pick that one, even though it backs into the desert. So that was the tour of the upper loop. Let's go check out the lower loop. But first, I'm going to show you the overflow area. If you can't get a spot, there is parking in the main parking lot. If the campground is full, you can always park here. As you can see, they have parking here. You have to check in at the visitor center. I forget what they charge, but this is definitely an option. Before we do the lower loop, I'll show you the Discovery Center entrance area, and then we'll head down to the lower loop. Kartchner Caverns has the Discovery Center. That's pretty cool. Has an amphitheater in there. Gives you a nice little video of the history of these caves. If you're gonna book reservations here, I recommend getting your reservations well in advance. Spot 36, 35, handicap. 47. Big site. 38. It's fairly flat. Gotta remember this. 39. It's actually really nice. A little slope. 40s pull through, pretty flat. 41. Site 44, would not recommend. Big slope. Same with 45, even though it's into the desert, beautiful site. You gotta have a lot of travel on your hitch. Big slope. 46. Very nice site. Next to the trail. I would recommend that site. 47 coming up as well. This is 46. Also, nice site. All these sites on the left side here are the lower loop. Very nice. Lower loop is open year round too. Very nice site, 47. 48 also, another nice site. Flat and deep. 49 here. Also nice slide. Slopes a little down, but that's flat where you would park. Same with 50. And there's 50, very nice. And that puts you over at the main path or to the Discovery Center. 51. Good site. 52. Very nice site. 54 is pretty nice. Site 53. Pretty good slope. I would not be picking that as a camp spot. Site 55 is on a pretty good slope. Site 56, fairly deep and flat. As with the upper loop, the lower loop, you want to get on the outside perimeter if possible. 58 here, it's flat, deep. 57, again on a slope. So you're going to be cranked high in the air if you got a trailer. 59 though looks pretty flat. Pretty flat. Slight slope downward. 60 is nice. It's flat, but it's on the internal. And you got your host sites. 61. Close to the bathrooms and everything. Hopefully this helped you figure out which site might be the best for you, which one's level. All the sites have picnic tables and a fire ring. Go check out that Discovery Center. It's awesome. Book your cave tours well in advance. Appreciate you being here. Until our next adventure. We do a lot of camping, hiking, backpacking on this channel. Campground reviews. Thanks for watching.